Terraform state. The resource creation normally create the resource over the different cloud provider, but the maintaining of the state, that's really important, because when we run the Terraform in the actual environment, in a production environment, we used to manage the state, because it's not possible to create the every time a new resource. So in case of the resource is already present, so we have to maintain the state, and it based on the state maintaining, it will the create or modify the existing resource. So let's try to understand the Terraform state here. So Terraform keeps the record state of the infrastructure configuration. So basically the infrastructure are created by the Terraform. Terraform keep the state of the infrastructure which created by the Terraform, and it maintain the state of specific resource which created by the Terraform. Even it's maintain the state it started, it's stop, or anything. State will be stored in basically tf.state file. So when you run the Terraform, it makes the two files, that tf state and tf state backup. So the tf state backup will be the previous backup of their state, and the tf state is the current file of your state. So there are also backup of the previous name of the file, dot backup. But when you apply the Terraform new resource, Terraform will maintain the state which creates by the Terraform. For example, if you have created the EC2 instance and it's running, and you went to the console and you stop them manually, and when you apply Terraform again, so Terraform will start your EC2 instance. So it will maintain the state based on the Terraform state file. So Terraform state file can be stored as a remote. So locally store is the TF file, that's when you run in the same folder. But you want to store in a remotely, it can be used for the remote. That there are the two ways to storing the state file in a remotely. That's one is the S3 and second is the console. So backend in the Terraform, that's S3 means backend S3. Backend in the Terraform determine how the state is loaded and how the operation sizes apply and execute. This is abstraction enable the non-local file state storage, remote execution, and remote locking. So both of the functionalities are supports the locking. So when you run your Terraform, it will lock for specific single user. So second user will not run the same things. So it will easy to maintain the single state file, and kind of your QA and production environment, you have to maintain such state file. So backend supports a non-local file store to remotely, remote operation, and state locking. And S3 is used for the DynamoDB for state locking. So how do you configure your backend S3? So you have to add the backend code in your main file. That's we used to call the main.tf file, and just initialize your Terraform init. So this is the example of the backend configuration, where how do you configure the console, and this is the console example. Here the Terraform, and in a backend I have given the console. And the console you have to pass the address, so where you want to store your data, and this is my path. So I have to path where the actual JSON file will be stored as a TF state. This is the example for the backend S3, where you will store your state file in AWS S3, and in S3 you have to pass the bucket, key, and region. So bucket, on which bucket you have to store, key means in which folder you want to store, and the region, so region of the bucket will use for this S3 TF state storage. So this will store your backup in S3. Okay, so the next example is Terraform remote state from the data. This is the data source used. So the basically data source will be used for the reading your remote state. So sometimes require the reading, that's a read only form, but sometimes required for the reading remote state configuration. So you have to pass the same way from where you want to read. So this is backend S3, and in the backend S3 pass the bucket, key and region. So from this specific folder I want to read my remote state configuration. State locking. So basically state locking, Terraform maintain the state locking that we'll see in demo section, but the DynamoDB table will be used for the state locking, and you have to create the field for the lock ID, and if the field is not present, that your lock will be disabled. So you can check also, and when we'll see in the demo we will find the lock ID and DynamoDB's configuration over the script. So the backend will be configuration and the state file maintaining we will see in the next session.